Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. So for today's video, I have come back with another classic makeup tutorial with a classic look. And as you can already tell, the 2016 makeup is completely trending and everyone is going back to that. But this is definitely not a completely 2016 type of makeup. I did a really soft cut crease. You can definitely see some definition, but not an intense cut crease. And obviously, my signature blush look and a very pretty nude lip. So before we get into the video, do like, share, and subscribe to my channel to see more of me. So without further ado, let's get started. Prepping the skin with the Etude House emulsion. This has been really helping me with hydrating my skin really well and not occlusing the pores or making it too oily. There is difference between a hydrated skin and a oily skin. So I've been liking this one. Let the moisturizer set in a little bit. Meanwhile, I'm gonna prep the lip with the sleeping mask. I really feel like underpainting today. For that, I'm gonna start with carving out the features first. I'm using the Makeup Revolution foundation stick in F17, which is a pretty cool tone contouring shade. And the outer perimeters of my face. I'm gonna blend it out with the PAC 247 brush. Please try to ignore the flyaways. They are just an inseparable part of me. I have completely blended the contour away almost, like very seamlessly into the skin. So you don't see any harsh lines, and we're gonna clean it out, clean all the messiness later with concealer. Now moving on to some blush. I'm gonna use the Rare Beauty. I'm going to go ham, like it's going to almost disappear after we do all the other steps, so it's very crucial that I apply a lot. It's a very questionable process, but trust the process. I'm gonna blend it out with my very beaten up blush brush. I'm gonna go almost under my eye. Right now it's all looking like a bruise. I'm using some of the Too Faced concealer, which is exactly my skin tone, to clean up the blush and the contour a bit, and then I'm gonna follow that up with a lighter concealer to brighten and everything. But first I need some coverage. I'm blending it out with the PAC 219. To brighten the inner part of my under eye, I'm using the e.l.f. concealer. I'm gonna have my loose powder ready on the side, so it barely has any time to crease. I'm gonna set the under eye with the Huda Beauty loose powder. I'm gonna slightly bake the same step on the other eye. Now that I've set my face, I'm going to move on to the powder products. I'm using a neutral pinky tone for my blush. In the exact areas I did the cream. So I did this kind of rosy, nude, really soft cut crease and a wing. And let's do the same thing on this side together. You know, I always have to test it out first. I'm gonna start off with the same blush that I used and use it as a transition shade on my crease. To deepen up the crease, I'm gonna use a mixture of two shades. Please try to excuse the messiness of my eyeshadow palettes, but I'm using the NYX Ultimate Edit eyeshadow palette and the e.l.f. Bite Size. This was the Berry Bad collection, the Berry Bad quad, and this is the matte neutrals. So I'm gonna mix these two shades, this one from here and a little bit of this one, just to get some tone of this shade, but the lightness and the warmth of this shade, as I want both. And go a little bit more precise into the crease. Now for the next step, I'm moving on to this shade plus this shade. I'm kind of mixing. I want a little hint of this type of tone in every step. These two shades are almost very similar, but the next one has more warmth to it. Add that mostly to the outer corner. Now taking just one size smaller than that brush and dipping into the darkest shade in the next palette plus this one. And for this one, I'm going to just go close to the lash line and type of wing it out a little bit, but mostly closer to the lash line. Now to carve out the crease, just a tiny amount, not a sharp cut crease or anything, just to clean a little bit and get a slight effect of the cut crease. I'm using the same, not a concealer that is too light than my skin tone, so that's going to stand out too much. I'm using the same concealer, the Too Faced, which is my exact skin tone. Just softly carve to buff it out a little bit. I'm using a different fluffier brush, and kind of use this brush to blend the concealer into the different shades. It doesn't matter if it buffs out the line a little bit, we do not want a perfect line. Now to set that with a lighter brightening shade, I'm using the Charlotte Tilbury. I'm using the fluffier brush that I used first and blend the concealer and the other shades together. The Wet n Wild eyeliner. And go back to the smaller brush and just buff everything out with no extra product on it, just whatever was on there. Highlighting the inner corner with a lighter champagne. I'm gonna curl the lashes and apply some mascara, and I'll be right back. I'm gonna line out the lips with the same eyeliner that I used, the Wet n Wild one, and follow that with this million years old Wet n Wild Mega Last Lipstick in Mochalicious. I'm not even sure if you can find it anymore, but it's like a deeper mauve shade. And the Maybelline Daringly Nude, which is a really light, I've used it a lot. Lighter, like a paler nude color. Set everything in place with the setting spray. So this is the finished look. I hope you guys enjoyed the video and you learned something new, and do recreate it for yourself. And if you did enjoy the video, then do like, share and subscribe to my channel. I would really appreciate it, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.